Hi guys out there in YouTube land, Chibi here with Claymore, and I wanted to do a video response to Chronically Spaced's question, how are you sentimental with your dolls or anything like that? To start off with, when it comes to sentiment, I'm a little bit of weird, I guess, about it. Once I get attached to something, a part of it is kind of always with me. Like, even, like, bands I liked as a child, I still, throughout the years, even if I majorly listen to any type of music or anime, I'm forever slightly attached to it. Now, as I grow in age, the intensity to that attachment is changing and wavering and going up and down, like, constantly, but I've never really not been attached to something that I started getting attached to. So, like, a good example of that would be with Hide, which, like, I have the tattoo of on my arm. I have multiple plushies up there. I'm a Hide poster. He's a J-rocker that I got hugely attached to, and I may not always be listening to his music all the time or anything like that, but I'll never regret getting the tattoo, even though it's a very bad tattoo that needs to be fixed. I'll never regret any of that type of stuff, because it really does, it's just, I'm super attached to that, so, yeah, a little bit weird, but anyways, when it comes to my dolls, I am not artistic in a way that I see them as pieces of art. I am artistic in the way that I build characters, and I have so many characters that run through my head through many different original stories that I have written or, sketched out, or all sorts of things, and really, the story that the majority of my dolls are in was sketched out for my dolls. It kind of started by accident with my first two major SDs, which would be my Doll Zone Claire and my Doll Zone Helena, which is now gone and being reshelled into a well, currently a Feeple 65 Chloe, but we'll see how that works out. Anyways, so I'm not attached sentimentally to the dolls unless they kind of engulf these characters that I start creating for them. The more they speak to me as a character, the more I kind of humanize the doll and become attached to it. I have Claymore here for a reason. He's kind of the exception to the rule. He technically has a character-esque thing, but he really isn't a part of my story at all. But I'm super, super attached to him and take him lots of places for no apparent reason, just because I'm going over to my friend's house and I feel like taking him and stuff like that. So I'm super attached to him, and I don't know why. He just, I don't know, he attached to my heartstrings, and now he's mine. Like, I even thought about changing him to the double-jointed F-doll body, and I'm just like, I don't want to. I don't want to change him in any way. But, yeah, sentiment to me, it's the characters I've created for the dolls. And if the doll does not really embody the character, I can't become attached to it. And, so I won't. But then, like, the dolls who perfectly embody the character that I've created for them, I'm kind of super attached to them. Even if the doll itself isn't perfect, or it doesn't pose as well as other dolls, or, maybe it's really annoying. Like, my Doll Zone Claire, I'm probably most attached to her because she's kinda, sorta a mini-me in a way. But not really. Her character's completely different, but there are bits and pieces of her that I've put of myself in her, so. But, she's very imperfect. I love Doll Zone to death, but she can't stand to save her life. And my other Midgie doll, Gina, which is a full Midgie doll, he's a little butthurt about sitting. Like, he's just like, I'm gonna flop backwards. But, I mean, the two of them embody the character I have for them so perfectly that I could never imagine selling them. I mean, it's beyond perfect. Like, recently with the Dean debacle of me trying to figure out what I wanted to do with him, if I wanted to keep him, and then I sold his head and was trying to sell his body, and then I found another head for him, and now he's pretty much perfect, minus his hair that's driving me nuts and needs to be changed, and he needs eyeballs. But now I'm kind of getting attached to him more, and super happy about that. And I'm super attached to my 5-star Tong Tong Luna, because I've taken her to the beach with me. I've had fun with her. I love her as a doll, and I love her as a character. She's one of my favorite characters I've created, and she's definitely an accidental recreation. So I can never imagine selling them. Now, some of my dolls I'm attached to, and I don't have characters for them, though, and I'm very sentimental and would never really... I've had a hard time even sending their heads off to get face-ups. Like, my Scar Shiwu head on a girl body, she has a character, but she's not, like, she's in my mini story, so their story isn't something I'm hugely attached to. It just kind of exists so they have characters. And I'm super attached to her, and I've, like, had chances to send her off to face-up artists and stuff like that, and I still haven't done it, because I'm, like, paranoid of something happening to her. And I can't even explain why I'm attached to her. I just am. I think it might have something to do with her character's also something I've put bits and pieces of myself into. Her and Claude are very... They have bits and pieces of me in them, so it gets really hard for me to let them go, or I get really afraid of hurting them. But other than that, I mean, I am definitely someone who gets sentimental. I'm not a person who gets upset that that a certain doll has been sitting around and I haven't played with it or gotten it new clothes in a long ass time. Because once I get a doll perfect, I don't want to do anything else to it. I want it to, you know, be awesome. And some dolls, you know, can have multiple outfits and have that ability, and then some don't. Like my Leak World Mikaela, she has one outfit, mainly because it's really hard to get her in outfits, and everything about her, down to the pose I have her in right now, in her little room, is just perfect for her and her character and everything about her, and it makes me smile to see her, and I'm so attached and love her as a character. It's so cute, and she actually doesn't, she's just this very interestingly weird character, and I'm more attached to having the ability to have a physical object be my characters. It's something I've never had the ability to do. I've never been able to draw. I try to physically write out the stories that are in my head, and it never turns out the way I want it to. So kind of being able to bring to life my characters and see them in this physical form is just an addiction. I love it, and I love creating new characters for new dolls to be, and I love getting new dolls to create more characters for, and I'm hoping eventually I'll just, you know, come stagnant and be happy what I have and not have 1,000,003,000 dolls, but they all pretty much have started to form little personalities and characters and things like that, and the more I can see that in them, the more and more I become attached. So, I'm about to hit the 10-minute mark, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off, but thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Bye!